Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
What's going on YouTube? It's Filthy and we're back with another video. Today we're looking at what I think is probably the best key farm build for season 24. Now obviously this, when I say best, is best for solo casual players because it has got very low requirements. Sheet damage is 900k. If we pop something other than the Rogue in there, we get a much more reflective figure of about 600k. It's very, very weird. I don't really know why it's doing that. I think it might well be the Unity passive. If we just take that off. No, it's like sheet damage again changes. So there's obviously something kind of funky with the game calculating the damage on the basis of the allies. But anywho, the point I'm getting at is it's much easier to get your sheet damage up than normal. As I say, I don't really know why that's happening. Anyway, this is a guide. We don't need an Ethereal, so this is something you can set up straight away. Now, what I've done, because I do have some nice pieces, I've taken out the crit damage gem out of both of my weapons. I've taken my main stat gems out of my gear. I've taken all of my main stat paragon out. And I've also taken out crit chance and crit damage from my paragon. If you get an ethereal weapon, you will hit even harder than the build I'm showing you, and you will have no problem getting the sheet damage up to a sickening figure of about 4 million pretty comfortably on the season, I think. So basically this absolutely wrecks, and it wrecks with this low sheet damage. What I think we'll probably do is we'll go show the build and just jump in, and then we'll come back and we'll look at everything. Now we've got squirts, so we need a shield. Inners obviously is all about these mystic ally dudes, so we just need to activate our shield, and then yeah, this is it. Now we will absolutely murder everything. We've got in-game for unlimited teleport once we've killed an elite. We've got the Jawbreaker, which refunds a teleport if we get something 30 yards away. 30 yards in this game isn't that far, so that is kind of nice. So even if you run out of in-game, you've still got incredible teleport. The shield is Serenity Ascension, which I've got on left click, which is the one that's grayed out at the moment. Other shield we've got is there for the Mantra of Healing, so you can just whiz that button, either of those two, and it is a shield. We've got Desert Shroud in for Spirit Regen. Cyclone Strike to proc the braces, which again we probably will be able to dump later on. You know, you could pick some of this damage and get rid of it easy. As you can see, like, this is just insane level damage. You know, you'll have this up and running T16 as soon as you get the pieces. Completely fully non-ancient will crush T16. You just need the pieces. You know, and by the end of the season, I mean, you know, obviously yeah, maybe we'll find some more utility things to take, but realistically I can't think of too many. So yeah, answers on a postcard for that. Obviously you can run out of elites with an in-game build, but that's where the Scarbringer comes in. You just need to get a little bit of luck with teleporting far away. The follower has got the Nemesis Braces, Flavor of Time, usual setup. You want to take canes on the follower for extra keys, and yeah, stack cooldown, stack attack speed, you know, and you don't really need any damage basically. Just attack speed on both weapons if you can. Cooldown would obviously be great. And yeah, this guy's, like, you know, instant ulted. So yeah, pretty fun. We'll go back, we'll go through everything completely just so that you can see it, because I know max roll crashes a lot of the time opening weekend. Right, so what have we got? We've gone for 5 pieces of inner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now by all means, until you get a Rogue, you're going to have to take the belt for 6 pieces. So you'd either have to put up with the fact that you're going to take a bit of damage because you don't have your gold rep, or you have to basically rework things a little bit, maybe drop the Binding of the Lesser Gods, because you probably don't want to drop the Crudest Boots. But yeah, up to you. So what does Inners do? We get the base effect of all the mantras. This is really nice. So we get all of these. For T16 it doesn't matter terribly much, but we've picked this one for the active, so when we press it we get a shield because of the Boon of the Hoarder, gem because of the gold wrap, because the follower has got an avarice band. We basically pick up gold, and provided we've got a shield, our squirts bonus doesn't drop, so you know, double damage, which is obviously pretty nice. We also, as we say, have Serenity Ascension. So what you'll do when you come into the rift is you will pop that button, and that will give you 4 seconds to kill something, get some gold, and then it is just button spam after that. So if we prep that, press D, we get a shield again, and you know, you could in theory just cycle these two, but with the level of cooldown you've got, you know, this is back pretty fast. So yeah, you can pop it pretty often, to be honest. Now the 4-piece is damage reduction. We don't really care. 6-piece we get a bunch of damage on Mystic allies, which is obviously pretty good. Kurdish boots have been reworked. We get 200% Mystic ally damage. Get these in a cube. You can get them at level 1, so very easy. We've also got the binding of the lesser gods. When we hit the Cyclone Strike, we get 200% damage for 5 seconds. Cyclone Strike is amazing because it will group enemies for us. So we press this button, it sucks the enemies towards us, which is obviously amazing. You obviously have to have the implosion rune for that. We've got Stone of Jordan. All you have to do is match your element. So if you have one with fire, make sure you have fire on your braces, fire on your amulet if you can get it, but it would be absolutely fine for it to be cold. You know, cold here, any of the elements, no worries. Conventional elements for damage. Honestly, there is that, you know, that we don't really need it, to be honest, but I can't really think of too much just on a first draft here for this. We've got Ingame. We only need an 8-second one because Dashing Strike is on an 8-second cooldown, so don't sweat getting one with 10 seconds. You just kind of want attack speed and cooldown on it, and a socket obviously. The Jawbreaker, again, you want attack speed and cooldown really, and this will basically refund the charge. It's on a 30 to 35 yard range. We don't get a terrible amount of value out of this, guys, so by all means just any weapon here will be fine. Again, you get an Ethereal, you can add even more damage to this build. It's going to be nuts. You know, and maybe we work the Wreath of Lightning in, but at the moment we've got the Enforcer for pet damage, we've got the Trapped just for more damage. So again, you know, by all means you could take a Wreath of Lightning and run a little faster just in case you run out of teleport. You could probably do Gogok of Swiftness for even more cooldown and attack speed. You know, once you get this orged up, it's just really funny. Mystic ally damage on your chest, mystic ally damage on shoulders. I've put Lefebvre's in here because Cyclone Strike gives damage reduction with these. Again, you don't need it because of the gold wrap, but you'll probably org a pair of these in the season, and if you're going to run bounties, well, the 50% damage reduction is probably quite handy. Double crit cooldown on gloves. You know, if you for T16, if you can find a pair with attack speed on, that would be nice. Attack speed everywhere is just lovely for Monk. Also doing a lot of lifting on cooldown is the Reaver. When we kill, we get 1 second off our skill cooldown. So we've obviously stacked cooldown pretty high at 54%. You know, we could easily get that higher, you know, with cooldown on, say, this weapon. You know, better cooldown roll on the gloves. We've got no cooldown on the shoulders, so you know, room for improvement. But with the Ingame taking 10 seconds off everything, then with the Reaver, as you saw, we can pretty much button spam, and you know, it's just great. We just get all the skills all the time, which is lovely. It's what we want. Cyclone Strike Implosion we've talked about. Serenity Ascension we've talked about. The rune on the Mystic ally is the water ally. This freezes, which is lovely, and they basically turn into water and it looks like you're surfing, so it's kind of like a surfer monk. Epiphany Insight for spirit regen. If you're doing bounties, you probably want to swap over to Desert Shroud just to give you some more toughness. Mantra of Healing, Circular Breathing. This is the one with the shield, obviously helpful for the squirts, which is the double damage icon down here. And then dashing strike, we've gone for quicksilver, increases the charges up to 3, helps make the maps faster, and obviously we've got the chance to refund those charges. I've left near death experience on just in case something goes wrong with T16s. Unity does give us a bit of extra damage because of the mystic allies. Seize the initiative, huge attack speed buff, which is brilliant, and then beacon of Etar for some cooldown. Now, if you do end up with an ethereal, obviously some other good passives. Fleet of Foot makes you move faster. Exalted Soul is more spirit. Guardian's Path would give you some dodge chance, which would be useful for bounties. Harmony would be useful for bounties. Momentum would be okay to pick up. If you did get Mystic Rhythm, you'd have to take a Spirit Generator. Relentless Assault would be more damage because obviously we do have to freeze from the allies. So there's actually quite a few. You got to be a little unlucky to get something garbage like a combination strike. I mean, even Sixth Sense would be alright. Transcendence would probably, you could use it for bounties. There's not many of these passives that are particularly terrible. So, I mean, at least that's good news. Right, okay, that is the skills, that is the gear. I can't really think of anything else to say about this. It is just mental how fast this is. Yeah, maybe we'll update the D3 planner as we go. I do know there is another version of this build knocking around, which takes raiment pieces for the infinite teleport. I watched the Wadijo guide on that. It's really excellent. He's a great content creator. The thing that put me off that is you need perfect rolls for cooldown and resource cost reduction everywhere. I'm a lazy bastard. I can't be arsed with that. And this seems incredibly fast anyway. So, every so often you'll get a cruddy map, but, I think for the ease of setup of this, I think it's probably worthwhile going for. But we will continue to work on this once we do get to the season, once we get some ethereal items. I'll probably do a dedicated bounty guide for inners, just once we settle on something that we really like. But yeah, guys, this is going to be a crazy season. Not long to go now. Fingers crossed you get everything you want. Let the ethereals rain from the sky. Enjoy the rest of your day. I've been Filthy Casual. Take it easy. Peace.